one of my favorite things about being an uncle is trying to be a good uncle like my uncles have been to me. Mont's a good uncle, Jay was a good uncle, and I have a great aunt by the name of Linda. But Josh was my first nephew that I worked with. Josh comes from a family, and he was about, I think he was about 15 or 16 when he started working for me, roughly, maybe in that area. But he came to my door one day and says, "I would like a job with your roofing company." I said, "Okay, I'll let you work for me, but we have one rule. And that rule is you do what I say without arguing." Because he had a tendency to argue a little bit with his family dynamics. But Josh never argued with me. He was an amazing employee. He's an amazing friend. And we had a lot of great growing experiences with him. Josh is a really good man, and he's a really good leader now. We had lots of deep discussions. He had lots of unique challenges in his life that because I was his uncle and I was close to him, he was able to make some adjustments and make some improvements in life as he lived. One time, one of the funny stories, it was kind of sad at the time or bad at the time, but Josh told my son that he could drive my motorcycle. And I told my son, "Nobody drives my motorcycle." And my son said, "No, he didn't say you could drive my motorcycle." And I says, and so Josh kept pushing the issue around the yard. Josh wanted to ride my motorcycle. And he kept telling my son, "Your dad says I need to take the motorcycle to the roofing yard." And my son said, "No way." My dad said never to let anybody ride this motorcycle. Well, anyway, finally he convinced Brandon, my son, to let him ride the motorcycle. So as he started trying to ride it in our front yard, he pops a wheelie and he wheelies across the yard and hits the neighbor's nice Suburban in the side and just puts a huge dent in it and basically totaled my motorcycle because he panicked. Anyway, he hit that thing and he felt bad about that, but it was really hard for him. And he went through the process of paying them off and the process of paying for my motorcycle, but he was having a hard time paying it all off. And one day I brought him in my office and I said to him, "Josh, you're forgiven of your debt." He owed me about $400 left. It was a $500 motorcycle and he owed me about $400 left. And I said, "You know, you're forgiven." And we developed a real big closeness at that point. Well, we always had a good closeness, but it was really good. Anyway, he's special to me.